Hello, everybody. My friends, have you taken lunch? Are you having lunch now? So let's just jom kita makan, sambil belajar lah sikit. So today we're going to talk about the imposter syndrome, right? Who has heard about this? Who has actually heard about this, or you are feeling the imposter syndrome? Now, what's the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is when you actually have something good to write about, good to talk about, or something good to share, but you don't actually speak about it, you don't actually talk about it, you don't post about it, you don't do a video about it because you feel inadequate. Okay, that's the actually definition of what an imposter syndrome is. Now, for friends who are already here, who has heard about this? And if you have heard about it, and if you feel it, just say I here so that I know, and we can speak about this a little bit more. Again, the imposter syndrome is if you feel that you have something good that you have inside of you, but you're not really sharing it because you think, let's go to the reasons why people actually have the imposter syndrome. So who feels this? Say A. Hi, Eric. Hi, Eric. Hi, James. Good to see you there. Now, what are some of the reasons people actually feel inadequate, or they're actually having the imposter syndrome? Number one, they feel that someone out there can actually write about the topic much better. Hello, Edward. Okay, someone out there has actually already written about the topic in an in-depth way, maybe. All right, somebody, your friend, might have actually talked about it, and said something in the internet and say, I don't really want to write about it because I feel not good enough. Maybe that person has written actually better, but you, inside of you, there is something really good, something you have really skilled on, and something that you feel is good, right? So the thing is, there are many reasons. Okay, let me just go through some of the reasons I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, besides the dim sum that Eric is talking about. Hello, Dr. Wicks, how are you? James, siumai satu. Okay, please, this is not about lunch, okay? It's about the imposter syndrome. Okay. All right, now, so someone is better looking, maybe some of the things. Someone has already talked about this. Someone else is, way more expert than this. Someone has got way more hair than you. Okay, someone has got less hair than you. And the favorite one is, in the Hmong Malaysians is, what will people say about this? Apa yang dia orang akan kata lah pasal ni? Malu lah, malu. Okay, so ends up, you don't end up talking about the topic. You don't end up posting about anything. All right, so you feel safe. You feel safe talking about something that is not relevant to you. Okay, just cakap kosong and all those things. Nothing wrong about that, but you have something that is really good inside of you that you're not speaking about. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, so what happens when you don't speak about this? What happens when you don't speak about this? The world is not going to hear about you, about your expertise, about the skills, the topic, about your experience, about your life. They're not going to hear about it. Now, can you guess, does this also happen at work? Okay, does it? Yeah, because sometimes during meetings, during during events, you don't really speak up, and you feel someone else is better. Someone speaks louder than you. Someone speaks better. Someone has better ideas. But sometimes when you see the ideas that are coming out, how does these silly ideas also get spoken out, and people are actually acknowledging it, right? So this is where we need to hear from you whatever skills you have. We need to hear it. We need to, for example, I'm just talking about social media now, in LinkedIn, in Facebook, speak about it, right? So the world will lose something when you don't speak about something that is important to you, right? Speak it out. Eric Siu, okay. Sudah, Sambil dengar Muihan. Oh yeah, I heard Muihan is also on live right now. Sorry, Muihan. Sorry, my brother. Okay. Cheryl, okay, good. Eric says sometimes the silly ideas are the ones getting them promoted. Very interesting, right? Uh, Dato' Wig said definitely most shy away from giving opinions just because someone else barges in or speaks louder. Okay, this always happens at work, right? Who has experienced this, exactly this, say A, right? Okay, and then it stems from a belief that we are incompetent, not good enough, goes back to our mindset and how we value ourselves. That's what Cheryl says. Okay, very nice. Thank you, Cheryl. James, after Muihan talk, now continue biasa. Walau, susah lah lekat kerusi with LinkedIn. Yes, man. A lot of interesting topics to talk about. Must have a bigger plate of lunch to continue one or another session. Yeah, man. Get the wonton mee we talked about the other day. All right. Okay. So Cheryl said Muihan punya topik sudah habis. So okay, jom. Loving the topic today. Awesome. Okay, so the result is the world does not get to hear about what is so good inside of you. Now, as a student, do you think you can speak something? Students are absolutely quiet in LinkedIn. I don't know why. Can anyone say, share why? This always puzzles me because there are really a lot of good students outside there, but they are not speaking out on LinkedIn, not even a post. Okay, I know some of them are very active in LinkedIn, YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, Instagram, on Facebook sometimes, okay, but they're not active in LinkedIn. What's the reason? Okay, Eric said, I'm forever young, lah, Cheryl. How like this? Okay, Eric, I know lah, you're very young, okay? Okay, so Yogeshwaran says, sometimes people start off by saying, this may sound stupid, but, okay, then you can say anything you want, right? This is, sometimes a way to prevent ourselves from feeling low. They just qualify their next statements by saying, this might sound stupid, but, okay. So now, my suggestion is, don't qualify yourself. Don't say this might sound stupid, but don't say things like, this is a silly statement. Okay, this might sound silly, but forgive me for saying this, but, okay. So Cheryl said, because they are worried what to say in this kind of platform for my discussions with students, right? Cheryl said, right. Okay, for students, what can you actually speak out about here? Okay, some of the examples I have is speak about your student life, speak about some projects that you did, speak about, I'm looking for this info. There are so many giants out there in LinkedIn who can actually jump in. They love to share the info, right? So, jump in. Students talk about, that project you had, talk about, that students do a lot of projects. So just speak about it. Okay, but Cheryl says, okay, there's a deeper reason. It goes back to self-worth. What do we think we can contribute? In my experience, students can be encouraged to post on LinkedIn once they understand they have value as well. So students, do you have value as a person? Okay, for all the adults here, Mr. Adults, you are here, right? Just share something that students can actually, why they are very welcome to post something here. Why we want to hear from them. Why? Okay. So the adults here, those who are already working and all, just say something to encourage students. Okay. Cheryl says, speak about, I don't know this topic. Can anyone share about this? right? Eric says it's better to sound stupid and learn rather than being ignorant and not understanding it. Okay, nicely said, Eric. Super. All right. Then Gerald Fernandez says, interesting topic. Need to believe, be confident, and keep contributing. No right or wrong. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. There's no right or wrong when you say something, right? Eric say, Mr. Adults, James talking to you are. Okay. All right, the thing is, there's no right or wrong, right? Sometimes when we start talking, we start figuring out more. We start figuring out the deeper aspects of things. We start, finding out a lot more. A lot of inputs come in. There might be some people who might even insert some silly comments, something that some items that put you down, some comments. But, what the hell? Do something. You are out there. You are being seen. In my live shows, sometimes I get some really interesting comments. Am I going to stop? No. Am I the best out there? No. Am I, having the best system and all those things out there? No. Just do it, man. Just do it. All right. So sometimes we forget. Cheryl says that sometimes we forget what is it like to start off. Nice to know some biases, conceptions, challenges, fear in the moment, right? And then James says, I think branding is very important. I've seen Makcik selling best fried bihun for many years on the same spot with limited chairs. Imagine if branding goes with hers, she'll be a bomb, right? James, you're always talking about kway teow goreng la and all those things, man. I love your examples, by the way, James. Proven that there are many out there, too many making noise, blah, 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 but definitely not as good as Bihun Auntie. All right, yeah. But, the interesting thing is they're also out there selling, I think they need to expose themselves, lah. Good in study, but cannot express yourself for what? Right. Now, the exact same thing is going to happen when you work. If you don't speak out here in LinkedIn, where it's a very safe place, you are going to have you're going to have a lot of issues when you go to work and your voice is drowned out by everybody else. Okay, this is a great place to start talking. I see some students are actually talking about it. Some people who have skills are also talking about it. Students can start talking. Dr. Wicks says students can start talking about their passions. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, students must start to expose themselves. People always have, James, okay. Gerald says people always have many things to say. We take what works for us and leave the rest behind. That's exactly what happens when you post something. Some people will like it. Some people won't like it. Some people will say, duh, this is not for me. What we want to do is we add value to the people who can actually receive that value on the topic we are talking about. Say if I talk about engineering, someone who's from the HR might just, what the hell Vyasa is talking about, if I talk about Excel, someone who is in AutoCAD, it might be not related to them. So fine, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so Ambrose, chat with me when you're free. Okay, good. Even orang sampan like me, if no expose on LinkedIn, manalah dapat kawan baru? James says, with great personality like our CEO friend here. Okay, some students have started, but consistency is tough for them. So yeah, for those who have already started, try to post at least 1 to 2 every week. Now, I heard a lot of good stories about being hired from LinkedIn, right? I'm very, very clear about that, right? Some people have been hired because of how they post on LinkedIn. Now, when someone actually sends out a job request, right, the HR side, they get thousands of applications because it's crazy out there right now. And I just don't see why a lot of people are not posting on LinkedIn about themselves, their work, their skills and all. People are actually noticing, right? So Cheryl says, David can talk about what you feel that way and ask people to offer suggestions. Yeah, All right, nice one. Thanks to LinkedIn, I am famous, Cheryl said. Okay, this is a good one, right? Cheryl is a lecturer in Inti College, right? Um, and she says, thanks to LinkedIn, I know famous people like Vyasa Kandasamy, James Fung, Eric, awesome networking opportunities here, even just for a Chegu, right? Now, Cheryl is also very famous in LinkedIn because of what she posts. Now, who are the Chegus here? Please, say hello. Now, Chegus can also put good stuff. Some of the people I know personally are people like Cheryl. Okay, and now we have one more person who's posting some good content, people like Ratna. All right, she's already doing her live shows. And then we have people like Johan, who is also doing his talks here. He's also a trainer for teaching kids public speaking. Ratna is also. Okay. Yeah, Cheryl, you're not famous. Yeah, you're already getting, people talk about things, right? Okay. Now, before we finish, let's finish up. I don't want to take long. This is just a lunch chit chat, chakap. What I want to say is, okay, now anyone here facing and thinking they have the imposter syndrome, right? If you have, okay, I'll give you one challenge, just one challenge. Okay, are you up to it? Major, Prabha, good to see you. Chianu Chiu, good to see you. Good that you connected with Li Hua today. Okay, now this is a challenge for you, right? For those who are watching. Mr. Edward, this goes for you also, Mr. Edward. Okay, he's actually such a, he has got so much of information behind him. I need to hear a lot more from Edward Tai. Edward, I'm shouting out to you, man. Okay, the challenge is this. Okay, in the next 1 hour, post something in your feed about something you do, right? In your feed, it could be anything. It could be just a short paragraph, 50 words, 60 words, all right? Just do it. And it can even better if you want to just do an article. Okay, it's harder, right? But in the 1 hour, I don't want you to think so much. Just do it. If you can post a short video, yeah, go for it. Okay, and comment that you're going to do it. Okay, in this post in the comments below. And one more thing, if you can, okay, I also like to feel proud that you're doing something, right? Okay, that you're coming out of your imposter system. Okay, lunch hour stress. Okay, I want you to post something in the next 1 hour. Okay, especially if you have the imposter syndrome and you are breaking out of this. Okay, and tag me if possible. Okay, I like to feel happy. I like to feel proud that you are doing something. All right, immediately. Then after that, I want you to post another one in just one more day. Okay, then another one more in another 2 days. Okay, you will be on the roll after that. Can we do that? Yeah. Okay, Edward said, just do it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a post from you and Mr. Edward Tai. Okay. Eric says, can't match my head. Daniel's got imposter syndrome also. Can't match Vyasa's head. Yeah, I can't help that lah. Eric, just tell him, don't have the imposter syndrome breakthrough. Go and shave your head immediately. Tell Daniel, if you're watching, go and shave your head immediately. Okay? Post, okay, just one, James asked, post how many days, right? Just post one post in the next 1 hour, right? If possible, just tag me in the show, tag me, and post one more tomorrow. That's all. Okay, it's very simple, but it'll help you to break through. And for those who are watching them posting, just support them. All right. And then if you have already posted, you can actually share your link down here in this comments below. And people like, okay, let me just share some of the great people here. We have Eric, we have Lechumi, we have Cheryl Vita, we have James Fung, we have Chianu Chiu, we have Edward Tai, we have okay, we have who else here? We have Dato Wicks, we have, let me see, let me just go up. David Zing, Okay, Gerald Fernandez, we have first, okay, we have a lot of friends, Nanda Kumar, Jocelyn Chi, all right, everyone here, Sri Dona, okay, just post something. If can, you post the comment down below, your link, and then people here will support you. I know these people are really good people, okay? They will support you, and then on your journey onwards, okay? Toot toot, like Captain James always say, horn horn, the ship's horn, okay? Let's do it. 1 hour, one post. James Fong said got free gift. Okay lah, something. I'll belanja you wonton mee, okay, James? Okay, all right. So I'm going to sign out for now. Over and out. I will see you again after the comments, after your posts. I'm really looking forward to your posts. You can do this. You definitely can do this. Bye bye. Over and out.